Good morning, everyone. First, I want to sincerely apologize for our rough start to this course. I am Cindy Vavasor. I'm going to be your professor this semester. I am a full-time associate professor of instructional technology at Nicholls State University in Louisiana, and I am adjuncting this course. So first of all, again, apologize. This is my first time ever teaching a course that I did not design myself, so that makes it a little more difficult for me. But every step in this process, I'm going to be making one of these screencasts for you and hopefully give you some more direction than what is put out there on Blackboard. Okay. So first, we are doing a very large project this semester, and we're going to be doing it in steps. The first step is our assessing needs to identify instructional goals. Quite honestly, I think we need to back up from there. First thing you need to do is where are you going to do this project? If you're currently working in a school, that's perfect. You know exactly where you're going to do it. If you're not, you need to identify where you are going to do this project. If you would like to do a project remotely, I have plenty of schools in my area of Baton Rouge, Louisiana that would love to have a project done for them if you would like to work remotely with a school. If not, make sure that is the first place you are starting, is identifying where you are going to do this project. Okay, with whom is the next question. I'm sure you've read that one of our steps is you need a mentor and a mentor agreement. Absolutely you need that, but cast a wider net. You're going to need access to, if you're in a school, a principal, a technology director, a district technology leader, maybe some key technology teachers in that school. You're going to need resources for you to question these people, ask their advice, things like that. So after you do where and with whom, that's where we can start with this step one, assess needs to identify instructional goals. So the course is written to say, describe the context. Well, and that doesn't tell you very much. So let me tell you what I'm going to be looking for. I just Googled school report card, and this brought up Washington State report card. So look at the types of information that you can get, and you should be able to get within whatever facility you are working with. You should be able to get student demographics, account, a race, ethnicity, gender, special programs. I always want to know special education percentages and free or reduced price meals. That's called your socioeconomic status of your school. That tells you a lot of information about it. You can also see test scores over here, and how usually you can see a school versus a district or a school versus a state, and how that school stands in test scores. You can see teacher information. This gives you a lot of information. So like I said in the email this morning, I want you to kind of paint a picture for me of this school, and at very minimum, I want your socioeconomic status, which is your free and reduced lunch, your population descriptions, test scores versus either your district or your state. And depending on what type of school, I was reading one this morning that was at a not a regular education school, but a magnet school. So talk to me about the magnet scores versus the regular education, or magnet scores versus other magnet schools in the area. But this needs to be a very detailed description of where are you doing this project. I like to say, I'm doing air quotes, see the institution after you write this. Okay, so next, you are talking about the organizational goals. Now, I just popped up, where did I pop up? This is my personal children's school in Prairieville, Louisiana. And if you go to their website, they have a mission statement and they have all of these very generalized statements. They will also tell you, as you can see, they have very limited technology at their school. They also tell you specifically what the one computer lab on each campus, its 2 campuses, looks like. And it, all in all, it gives you a very generalized mission statement and a generalized picture of what the school's technology inventory looks like. I want you to go in more depth. You should be able to put your hands on what this school looks like. So do you have an interactive whiteboard in every room? Do you have, again, one I read this morning, they had some mobile carts that are of use. Are you one-to-one with your students? If you are, what type of devices are they? Do you have an instructional technology coach on site? Do you have an unofficial teacher that serves as your technology coach? Or do you have none of the above? So when you are assessing what technology looks like at your school, in general, I usually ask that you look at hardware, software, professional development or resources, connectivity. Sorry for my poor spelling while I type. Connectivity, meaning you don't have to tell me how many routers you have, how many servers you have, how many access points you have. You just have to tell me, is the Wi-Fi reliable? Do you not have Wi-Fi? Things like that. Student use of tech. Are the students using tech? And if they are, how are they using tech? Are they using it for individual learning, group learning, assessment, research, global learning? Again, look at those nets for students there and tell me, you don't have to do a full inventory of that, but just a generalized approach of how are students using the tech if they are using the tech. And then your budget. And this you will probably have to go to your principal, district person, things like that. What is your technology budget for the year and how is it used? So going down here specifically to what we are looking at, your organizational goals will probably be a very generalized set of goals as it relates to student learning, teacher learning, technology use, things like that. But for the purposes of this project, we need to get more specific than that. So if you copy and paste the goals that are on the website of your organization, that's fine. But under each one of them, I want you to talk to the principal, talk to the manager, talk to the teachers, and say, okay, if your goal is for all teachers to improve technology integration, what does that actually mean? You have to narrow this down, and this merges into the desired status. Narrow this down to what does your principal or your technology coach really want to see. So maybe they'd like to see all teachers using screencasting to flip learning. Maybe they would like to see all teachers using the interactive whiteboards as more than a projector, which makes me cringe when I see. Maybe they want to see all students using technology, all students, how about this? And teachers using technology for assessment and feedback. That could include things like Google Docs, which we use. It could involve Kahoot or the different apps and websites that you can use for assessment and feedback. So as you're breaking down the organizational goals and the desired status, I want you to think beyond these broad all teachers improve technology integration and give me some more specific goals and desired status. So when you're writing this up, you can do it one of two ways, whichever makes more sense to you. You can put the goals, and then you can put the desired status, and then the current status. But if I were doing the project, what would make most sense to me is, okay, so the goal is we want all teachers to improve technology integration. So these are the two specific desired status that my principal would like to do. Okay, and then the current status is only one lead teacher is using Screencast-O-Matic in only the 6th grade math curriculum. And all teachers using it. You can see the organization's current status, XYZ here. So if I were writing it, I would kind of merge these things together with the different goals, doing one goal, one status, goal 2, status, goal 3, status, rather than 3 goals, 3 status, 3 current status. But that is completely up to you. At the end, we hope that this all comes to fruition and we say, okay, so what is the problem or the gap? The problem is we want all teachers to improve technology integration, but we truly only have 2 teachers that are using technology in an effective way with their candidates. And in order to help that, you are going to then write your instructional goals. Your instructional goals may look a lot like your organization's desired status. Okay? I hope this helps. One of the other big questions that I asked Dr. Rice was, you're conducting a performance analysis. When my master's candidates do this, they create their own survey instrument. They deploy their survey instrument using Google Forms, and they get hard data back. Her response to me was, yes, y'all can do that. That would be fabulous. But y'all could also use focus groups, interviews, survey, an existing survey that you find online. You can manipulate an existing survey like our example did. By the way, please don't contact her, especially now that we have good contact going. Or you can make your own survey. Okay? And one email that I saw, yes, you need to identify exactly where you got this information, either in text or at the end. Who did you survey? What documents did you look at? Give me a copy of your survey. Diagrams are always wonderful. I had said that I'm going to give you until Sunday to do this. Let's extend that through Monday. I would like everybody's in by Monday, let's just say midnight-ish, and I will try to use all of Tuesday and Wednesday to really comment on everybody's and give you some good feedback. Yes, of course, I have to grade, and there is an existing rubric, although it is very generic, in my opinion. My goal is for you to make this project as meaningful as you can, and if that means I need to give you feedback 2 or 3 times on the same document, I'm fine with that as long as we are getting a good quality end product. Okay, so y'all email me if you need help. My Gmail account is my primary account. I'm going to put that down here. But I do have my Sam Houston account up and running now, and I'm trying to work with IT to get Sam Houston account forwarded to my Gmail account. So I hope this helps, guys. Please email or call if you have questions. You can also text me. My personal cell number is here. I do have 3 little kids, so please don't text late at night, but I will be glad to help in any way I can. Thanks. Hope that helps. Bye.